Hello, welcome to DoWheel. This is the third part of the Docker administration series. The last two sections we have covered a few basic things about Docker. Today we will learn about Docker in more detail. We will learn how to analyze Docker container log, how to monitor container resources, how to push our custom image to Docker Hub. In addition, we will get familiar with some helpful Docker commands throughout these sessions. So let's get started. Docker stop help us to stop one or more running containers. Usage Docker stop options container ID or name. In terminal, type docker ps-q to get the running container IDs. Select the container to be stopped from this list. Now to stop the selected container, use the command docker stop container ID. Check the status of the container again. See the status of the container is exited status. That's because the container is stopped. To stop all the containers in a single command, we could join docker ps with the docker stop command. So you would type docker space stop space dollar inside the bracket docker space ps space -q. This command will help us to stop all the running containers. Check the status and confirm the same. Docker start help us to start one or more stopped containers. Usage docker start options container ID or name. Go to the terminal. See the selected container is stopped right now. To start this container, you would type docker start container ID. Check the container status and confirm that the container is started. Docker logs help us to fetch the logs of a container. Docker logs are the console output of running containers. They provide the std out and std error streams of process that run inside a container. Usage docker space logs space option space container ID or name. In terminal, type docker logs container ID. This command will list all logs for the specified container. Some options are available in the docker logs command. You can modify this output a bit more using those options. Details show extra details provided to logs. Follow log output. Since show log since timestamp. Tile all number of lines to show from the end of the logs. Timestamps show timestamps. Until show logs before a timestamp. Since option shows only the container logs generated after a given time. Until option shows only the container logs generated before a given time. You can specify the time in two methods. First one is relative time, that is mention the time in minute or hour, and next one is absolute time, that is mention a specific timestamp. Go to the terminal and type docker logs container ID --timestamp. This command will list all logs for this container. You can view two different days of log here. See, one is generated on June 14th and last log was generated on June 15th. Check the current date, use the command date. See, the date is June 16th. So the time difference between current and last log generated date is 24 hours. If you want to see the generated log within last 24 hours, you would type docker logs container id dash dash since 24h, that is relative time, dash dash timestamps. See, this only shows the last 24-hour log. This method is called relative time. Let's see an example with the absolute time. Suppose we want to check some container logs after a specific date and time. So you would type docker container logs container id dash dash since. Then that specific date and time, you can copy paste it from container logs. Then type dash dash timestamps. See, it is only showing the logs after the given date. Do you know where Docker log files are stored by default? We can use the docker inspect command to find out the answer of this question. Go to the terminal, type docker inspect dash dash format equal to .log path space container id. You can find the JSON log files in the /var/lib docker containers directory on a Linux Docker host. Here the file name is container id-json.log and this file will be in the container id directory. Check the contents of the log file using cat command. The contents of this file is in JSON format. Let's look at troubleshooting demo with the Docker log. In this demo, we will create a Nginx container, then make an error in that container, then trace the error using Docker log, then fix the error. Let's go to the terminal and type docker run -d nginx. This will create a Nginx container. Type docker ps and confirm the container status. Type docker exec-it container id /bin/bash for go to the container. We got the bash terminal with the root access. The main configuration file of Nginx is /etc nginx nginx.conf. Copy the file content and store it on a safe place. Remove the file /etc nginx nginx.conf. Use rm-rf/etc nginx nginx.conf. Then exit from the container, use Ctrl+D. Restart the container using docker restart container id. This will stop and start the container in a single command. Check the status of the container. See, the container status is not started and status is exited. Verify the container log using docker log. You could see the error /etc nginx nginx.conf failed. No such file or directory. That means that file is not available. If you want to see only error log, you could type docker logs container id grep-i error. See, it is only listing the error messages. Since the container stops, you can never go inside it and create a file. So the only option is to find the storage directory of the container and create the nginx.conf file. To find the storage directory in Docker host, type docker inspect container id -- format equal to .graph_driver.data.upper_dir. The upper directory contains the contents of the container's read-write layer. We can learn more about this in the Docker storage session. Go to the upper dir. Here you can find out the /etc directory of that container. Go to the Nginx folder and check the content. Here you can find a dummy file nginx.conf without any data. Remove the file and recreate it from backup data. We already copied the old nginx file content, paste it here. Alright, type the command docker restart container id and check the status. See, the status of the container is up right now. Go to the container and verify if the file is created and contents are available. The docker stats command returns a live data stream for running containers. Usage docker stats options container id or name. In terminal, type docker stats container id. This will display a live stream of containers resource usage statistics. If you are using the option --no stream, disable streaming stats and only pull the first result. In the docker stats output, container id and name is the id and name of the container. CPU and memory percentage is the percentage of the host CPU and memory the container is using. Mem usage or limit is the total memory the container is using and the total amount of memory it is allowed to use. Net IO is the amount of data the container has sent and received over its network interface. Block IO, the amount of data the container has read and write from block devices on the host. PIDs is the number of process or thread the container has created. If you want to monitor resource usage statistics of all running containers, use --all option along with the docker stats. We can filter docker stats output using --. Format. The formatting option prints container output using a Go templates. Valid placeholders for the Go templates are .container for container name or id, .name container name, .id for container id, .cpu pers for CPU percentage, .mem usage for memory usage, .io for network IO, .block IO for block IO, .mempers for memory percentage, .pads for number of pads. Let's see few examples with the --. Format option. If you want to print the container ID and CPU percentage entries separated by a colon for all images, type docker stats --. Format within quotes .container .cpu pers. This will list the container ID and CPU percentage. To list all container statistics with their name, CPU percentage and memory usage in a table format, type docker stats --. Format within quotes table .container /t .cpu pers /t .memory usage. This will show the output in a table format. Docker RM help us to remove one or more containers. Usage Docker RM options container ID or name. If you want to remove the container, you have to stop it first. In terminal, type docker stop container ID to stop the container. Then type docker rm container ID to remove the container. To verify whether the container is removed or not, type docker ps-a. Docker kill help us to kill one or more containers. Usage docker kill options container name or ID. In terminal, type docker kill container ID. Use docker ps-a and see the container status is exited right now. Let's see the main difference between docker stop and docker kill. In docker kill, the main process inside the container will be sent sign kill by default. But in docker stop, the main process inside the container will receive sign time signal first, and after a grace period, it will receive sign kill signal. Docker commit create a new image from a container's changes. Usage docker commit container ID or name repository tag. Instead of repository tag, we can use new image name. Let's see how to create a new image using container changes. Let's pull a Nginx image first. Type docker pull Nginx. Run and start the container using this Nginx image. Enter into the Nginx container and make some changes on it. In this container, we can install the package nmap. By default, nmap package is not available on Nginx image. Type apt-get update to update the repository. For install the package nmap, type apt-get install nmap. Type nmap -- version and verify the package is installed. Exit from the container, use Ctrl+D. Check and verify the available images using docker images. For create a new image from this container changes, type docker commit container ID a new images name. I am giving my new images. Use the command docker images and confirm that the new image is available. Start a container using the new image and verify that nmap package is available by default. So what exactly are docker tags? In simple words, docker tags convey useful information about a specific image version or variant. They are aliases to the ID and of your image. Usage docker tag source image tag target image tag. When tagging a local image, we must specify our Docker Hub username as part of the image name. My Docker Hub username is devworldlab. In order to tagging our custom image, my new images, you would type docker tag my new images devworldlab, that is my Docker Hub username / mention a valid name for this image. I am giving nginx_nmap because this is the nginx container with the nmap package version. This is my first image update, so I am giving v1. Type the command docker images See the new image tag nginx underscore nmap is created with the version v1. If no tag is provided, Docker engine uses the latest tag as default. Docker push helps us to share your images to the Docker Hub registry or to a self-hosted one. Usage Docker push options name : tag. Go to the terminal. We already have a tagged image nginx underscore nmap. We are going to push this image into the Docker Hub registry. Type docker push repository name. See, now the Docker image is uploading into the Docker Hub registry. Login into Docker Hub and verify that the new image is available with the mentioned tag. You can see the available tags in tags section of repositories. If you want to pull this image, copy this command and run it on terminal. Thanks you for attending today's session. I hope you had a great learning experience. If you have any questions or queries, please write it on comment box. I will be very happy to help you. See you soon with part 4 and until next time, goodbye.